sometimes there's a real memorable low in your career. You can remember the date and time that it happened and stuff. And I've had a few, but the one I wanted to talk about to you today was about a part of my past back at Lamway when I used to run that business. My first year as MD. Right, we got from 15 million to 14 to 13 million revenue. We went backwards each year, and I took over it at 12 million. And that first year was bloody hell on earth. And what had happened is we'd done a lot of marketing about me rising to the top, and this young lad who started at the bottom of the organisation, he developed and he ended up running it. And we had loads of PR and stuff, and we had all the PR all in the canteen. We had it all over the place so customers could see it and read it. And one of the lowest moments was when I went into the canteen to look at some of this PR stuff, and I noticed that somebody, or multiple people, had actually scratched my face out of some of the photographs in this PR material with the head of a compass point or a black marker. That was a particular low point, and I thought, what the bloody hell have I done to deserve this? And it was around the time when we were really suffering, the business was struggling. I thought I had all the answers. I thought I had to tell everyone what to do. And that was just it, right? That was my biggest mistake. I had this vision in my head that I hadn't articulated to anyone. I had this, this idea of where I wanted to take the business, but no one understood it. They just thought I was trying to get them to work really hard. And actually, I was probably going about it the wrong way. And it was a really, really low point because the business wasn't performing. No one was following me. It just wasn't working. And the more I carried on, the more I tried to get it to work, the less it worked. And eventually it got to the 7th of January 2013, 7 minutes past 9 in the morning, where I'm sat in my office, head in my hands. I was going to get fired from a 20-year career. I was going to have to leave, or I was going to check into hospital because it felt so bad. But within a week of that, we sat down, me and the FD, and we really had a really good heart-to-heart, and we decided that, morning, hello mate, right. I'm just doing a Facebook Live. Oh, see you in a bit. And what we did was I basically looked at what I was doing, telling everyone what to do, thinking I had to have all the answers, and I did exactly the opposite. I started asking questions. I started engaging with people. I started to really care and value other people's opinions and perceptions and perspectives. And do you know what? I think instantly, overnight, my whole life changed with it all. Because up until that point, I'd only considered one perspective, and that was mine. I'd never considered the perspectives or the different realities of other people. And I didn't realise the richness of conversation and engagement that you could have from actually engaging and asking people for their ideas. What do they think? Oh man, honestly. And you just sit there in amazement like that you've never done that before. And you know what? It really worked. We created structure, we created a plan, we created a joint vision. I got them involved in the visioning process, and every single person played a part in the future of where the business was going. And it got exciting. People were like, yes. People were excited to come into work, and they were excited to engage with me, which was brilliant. And then what happened over time is the business started to grow, because what we'd done with this vision, what we'd done by listening to people's voices and valuing their opinions, we'd created belief. We created belief in something bigger than themselves. We created belief in the future of the business and how we're going to do it together. It's going to feel really good. We actually created community in the boardroom and in the business. And it was brilliant. When you create belief in a business, what happens by default is high performance. And that's what we did. And it enabled us to go from a failing £12 million business to 14.6 million to 19 million to 25 million in 3 years. Really, really good. We still have problems at 25 million, but there were different problems. There were more enjoyable problems than we had at 12 million when it was failing. And we did it with 20% less people as well. At 12 million, we had 72 people. At 25 million, we had 48. So everything worked. It was good. And just that point really, if you are a business owner, a board of directors, or on the board of directors, it's not about telling everyone what to do. If you're telling everyone what to do, if you think you've got to have all the answers, it's not going to serve you well over the long term. Actually engage with your people, get them involved in the visioning process, value their opinions and their perspectives, and you'll find it makes a massive difference.